Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make the Korean twisted donuts. I have tried to make it a couple times and my family really loved it. And so I decided to show you how to make it too. If you are new here, don't forget to press the subscribe button for more delicious homemade recipes. Okay, let's get started. All the ingredients to make the Korean twisted donut is super basic and easy to find. You will need all-purpose flour, some butter, some dry yeast, some cinnamons. You also need some salt, some sugar, some egg, and some milk. You will also need a bag. I used the paper bag, the lunch bag, so you can put the sugar and the cinnamon to coat the donuts later. The very first thing that we're going to do, we're going to melt some butter. 50 grams of unsalted butter. On medium heat, you're going to melt the butter and bring it to boil. After you bring it to boil, you're going to turn off the heat, and now you can add 250 milliliters of milk. You can stir and mix well. And now the liquid should feel warm. This is dry yeast. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of dry yeast. Any warm liquid will activate the dry yeast. If you were to use the instant yeast, you can put it straight into the flour. I used 3 tablespoons of sugar, but if you like to put more, you can do so. Half teaspoon of salt. Stir and mix everything well together, and after, we're going to cover it and leave it for 5 minutes. We're going to put 2 eggs, but we're going to put the egg later. Here is all-purpose flour, 500 grams. You can stir and loosen the flour. Once the dry yeast is activated, you could see some bubbles that is in the liquid. Now you can add 2 eggs. You can stir and mix everything well together, and next we're going to add it into the flours. To make a really good donut, it is really hard to knead the dough by hand. I'm using my KitchenAid stand mixer to mix all the ingredients together. And for the accessory, I'm using the hook. You could also use your hand to mix all the ingredients together and knead the dough, but it will take a longer time to do it. But if you want to do it, you can watch other videos. They have a lot on YouTube. You can turn the machine on stir and slowly add in all the liquids. Once you add in all the liquid, you're going to change the speed to number 2. On speed 2, you're going to allow the machine to combine all the ingredients together for 2 minutes. And because we are using the hook, sometimes it may not grab all the flour that is all around it. And during the mixing times on speed 2 for the 2 minutes, in between that time you can stop and use a spatula to move the flour inward. You may not see the exact same way as I shown you in this video. It depends on what kind of machine you use. It may mix better than this one. And so after you do that, you're going to change it to speed 4 and you're going to let it mix everything together for another 2 minutes. And by now, the flour should combine all together nicely. And once you see that, you're going to change the speed to number 6 and you're going to allow the machine to do the work for 3 more minutes. Without the stand mixer, if we were to do it by hand, it will take a really long time to knead the dough, and after, you're going to leave it and then knead it again for a couple more times. After you finish with speed 6 for 3 minutes, and when you pull the dough out, if they break apart, that is not ready. And here I do it on speed number 8 for 3 more minutes, and after that it should be done. With different kind of stand mixer, it may take longer times or shorter time to knead the dough and combine and get it ready. You want to use a stand mixer or knead the dough until the texture of the dough is more into the stretchable elastic. And just like this image here, it's stretchable just like that, and that, when you see that, that is good. We're going to let it rise in the same bowl, but first we're going to pick up the dough and fold the dough until it has the smooth surface on top. And once you got that smooth surface on top, you're going to put it back into the bowl and cover it and leave it for 1 hour or until it doubles in size. And if you were to knead it by hand, it may take even longer to rise, but you may have to knead it a few times before you get it to rise nicely. And after 1 hour, look at that, it doubled in size or even more than double size. When you touch it, it feels like a balloon, a really big balloon. It's really nice texture. And after, we're going to deflate it. We're going to push it down until there's no more air. We're going to take it out from the bowl, and after, we're going to divide them into 16 pieces. You can put a little bit of loose flour on the board. And after, you're going to make it into a big long log. And after you make it into a big long log, you're going to use your hand to squeeze in the middle and break the 2 pieces into 2 pieces equal size. And once you divide the 2 pieces, you're going to divide it again into equal size using the same method to get it into 8 pieces. You don't have to follow my method. You can do in a different way if you like. I find it pretty easy to do it this way, and it actually divides pretty evenly. It's pretty good. Once you got the 16 pieces equal size, you're going to stretch them and make into a ball shape. You're going to pinch the dough to the bottom and twist it and make into a round shape just like that. You're going to do the same method to all of them. Once you make it into a smooth texture ball shape, you're going to put into the tray and cover it with the plastic wrap. You can put some loose flour on the trays to prevent the dough not stuck into the tray. And after you cover it with the plastic wrap, we're going to shape it right away into the twisted donut. If you follow my method, you don't need to wait until the dough is expand. You just going straight to shape the dough into this twisted look right away. You don't have to wait. It will take you at least 15 minutes to shape the donut into the twisted donut look. Since it is taking quite some time to make it all into the shape, so as you are doing it, the one that is waiting for us to make into the next shape, it will rest it and it will be good. You don't have to wait 15 minutes and then start to do this. You could do it right away. And sometimes as you are rolling it into that really long stretchy look, it will be slippery, so if you put some water, it will help so it have more friction to roll it into that kind of shape. And once you stretch it to about 12 inches long, you're going to use your hand, one hand holding the dough and one end, and the other hand holding the other side, and twist it at the same time, just the way like I do it. And after, you're going to hold the dough up and combine the dough together and twist it into the twisted look, just like I do it, and pinch in the end so the dough combined together. And that is how it looks. It should look like that, twisted, pretty. You have to have the one tray waiting for you with the towel cover or something to cover it, and after, you're going to cover it back and do the next one. And here I'm going to show you again. You're going to deflate the dough by squeezing it and get all the air out. And after, you're going to use both hands or palms to roll it back and forth into a log shape. It is about 1/4 inch diameter. I think I say that word right. But anyways, so you're going to make it into that shape and about 12 inches long. And after, you're going to use both hands to hold both ends and twist it, and at the same time hold and twist until you get into this twisted look. And after, you're going to hold the dough together and let it twist, and you twist it with your hand some more, about 3 times, and you should get that look. And once you finish everything, it should take at least 15 minutes. When you are covering it with the towel, it is resting, and some of it will rise like the one that you did from beginning. And with the one that we did from beginning, that one, it should rise and almost ready, but you want to turn it around so it rises evenly. And you can see that the one that we just finished with twisting them, they're not ready. So they are smaller and not as fluffy. So you're going to put it into a separate tray and cover it to let it rise. And while you can cook all those other one ahead of the other one. I hope I don't sound so confusing by saying the other one and the other one, but you know what I mean, right? The first one that we did, you could start to fry them first because they look ready, and the one that is not, you can cover, and by the time you fry the one that we are waiting in this plastic, then they all would be ready at the same time. What I'm trying to tell you, you can almost fry them almost right away after you mix the cinnamon sugar and get the oil hot. But if you want, you can also cover it and let it rest for 15 minutes so it rises equally before you start to fry them. And before we are frying them, I'm going to show you how to mix the cinnamon sugar. I used 3 tablespoons of sugar in total. And with 3 tablespoons of sugar, I used 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamons. Once you put everything into the bag, you can shake it up so all the ingredients mix together in the bag. It is super easy to make the cinnamon sugar, and after you do that, you can leave it on the side for now. And here is about 2 liters of cooking oil I pour into the frying pot. It takes me about 5 minutes, and look how good it is. They look so ready for frying. You can turn them around again so they rise evenly, and after, we're going to fry them. In this tray that I'm showing you, 2 of the rolls, the donut is ready for frying. So we're going to fry them first, and the one that is in this tray, we're going to fry them last. And here is the oil. We're going to test out if the oil is good enough. So if you drop in the dough, the raw dough, it should rise up within 10 seconds. That is good. And for the heat, we don't want it too hot. We want it on medium heat. You want to cook it on medium heat so this way the donut will slowly cook inside and not getting too brown from the outside. And also, before you drop in the donut, you want to pinch the ending before you put them in, because as it rises, sometimes the ending of the donut, the twisted donut, they seem to come apart. So you want to pinch them and then drop them into the hot oil. It will get brown pretty quickly, so you want to make sure you stay there to watch it. You can turn it when it turns this lightly brown like this. You can turn it around. You're going to fry both sides to golden brown color. And a lot of time as you are frying the donut, you'll see that white strip in the middle of the donut. So you can turn it manually like that, and then it will get brown quite quickly. So you can turn it and hold that white spot down, and it will get brown. And after you did that, and the donut now should be done. I think I fried for about 2 to 3 minutes. It doesn't take that long to fry and cook the donut. That was the one thing that I didn't do. I didn't time it, but I just put it on medium heat and fry it till golden brown, and everything will be cooked from the inside and get a really nice color. Once you fry into the color that you like, into golden brown color, you can take them out and put them into the cooling rack to let it cool down. If you have someone to help you to coat it with the cinnamon sugar after 2 minutes, it will be better, so this way the sugar will grab into the donuts easier. But if you are doing it by yourself, you may have to stop halfway and then put the donut into the cinnamon sugar bag. If the donut is to completely cool down, the sugar will not grab into the donut. If you can coat it with the cinnamon sugar after 2 to 3 minutes that you let it cool down, so before it gets completely cooled down, this way the sugar, it will grab into the donut easier. And that is all to it on how to make the Korean twisted donut at home. You know, after I made these donuts, I realized that it is so easy to make the donut. Once you got the basic ingredients and the techniques and know how the texture of the donut's dough is supposed to feel like, after that you could make any kind of donut that you like. But what make it more enjoyable to make these kind of donuts is because of my stand mixer. And without the stand mixer, it is going to be a lot of work, and that I don't think I would even want to make the donut. Okay, and that is all to it on how to make the Korean twisted donut at home. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share with your family and friends. I hope this video is simple and easy enough for you to follow. And if you one day decide to make these donuts, don't forget to come back and let me know how it turned out. I would like to know that. And maybe you end up making it into a different shape, and also you can share that image with me on my Facebook fan page. And if you are new here, don't forget to press the subscribe button for more delicious homemade recipes. And also, if you can, press the notification bell so you get notified for all my future videos. Okay, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye for now.